What up, my friends out there, YouTube world? 11/11/2012, November 11th, Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. I support every one of you for what all you did to allow us to be able to drive down the road, hold a camera, and make a video. I'm very thankful and blessed for that, to live in this country, to have freedom of speech and everything that we do have, even in the times that we're living in, which are possibly some of the most perilous times this country and world has ever seen. It's been a great day here in Tennessee. I feel very blessed. I feel just energized like crazy. I never really thought I'd feel like this based on what I've been doing the last couple weeks, which is a big change for me. But I'm making this video because today I'm the vice president of the Tennessee chapter of NORML, which is the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. Our president today for our organization here in Tennessee was on a radio station and got interviewed, and just really inspired to make a video on that, because what he made was, or his talk on the radio, he was very bold and to the point, but he was going up against somebody that's 100% against cannabis, against its medical benefits. I guess he's, against people with cancer having relief. He's against people with multiple sclerosis getting some relief from their pain. That's the way I look at it, because see, the man he was interviewing called himself a Christian, okay? Well, you can't be a Christian, I'm sorry, and be against something that helps somebody. You can't, okay? Matthew chapter 12, verse 33. I actually got to get on the radio. I called in and got to get on, and I threw that verse out there at him, because Jesus in that verse says, either make the tree good or make the tree bad. A tree's known by its fruit, okay? Well, if it does these good things, if it helps people with cancer, which according to our government's patent on cannabis, it not only helps people with cancer, but it kills cancer cells, okay? It kills cancer cells. Well, aren't we looking for a cure? Well, if it kills cancer, hold up, I'm not saying that's the cure to cancer, but that's a positive thing, ain't it? And then another part of the patent they hold is on its neurological protection effects, which is for people who has multiple sclerosis, or people who has Alzheimer's, or people who has Parkinson's. They're all neurological diseases. So it helps them. It does good things for them, or that's what the patent that our federal government has on it. But then again, our same federal government will bust in and just completely confiscate everybody's livelihood, go through everybody's stuff, and just destroy everything. So it's like, okay, well, why do you have a patent on this plant that can do so good for people who are suffering? And we are the sickest nation in the world. More cancer, more multiple sclerosis, more disease than third world nations, okay? So, and then we got this plant that we got a patent on that does all this good. And then we call ourselves a Christian nation. But then again, we're against what's good. We can have people who are sick with muscular dystrophy sitting there 70, 80 pounds, sitting there saying they use this herb in order so they can eat, in order so they can get some food in them. And if they don't use it, they can't eat. Or if they do eat, and they don't have that herb in them, they can't keep their food in them. So their body's able to absorb the nutrients from the food, which, gives you energy and makes your livelihood possible. So this man called himself a Christian, and that's what really disturbed me, because his commercials, were beer commercials for Samuel Adams. And I'm not saying nothing against beer, but, it's wrong to be drunk. And me personally, I drink Samuel Adams. That's what I thought was ironic about it, because if I'm going to drink, I'm probably going to choose a Samuel Adams. So I was cool with that, but it was just that he was so against cannabis. and kept comparing it to methamphetamine and to alcohol. Well, I'm sorry. I've never did any methamphetamine. I've been around people on it, so I do not think it fits in the same category at all. I mean, it comes from a seed that God gave us that he said was good, and methamphetamine is nothing but man-made chemicals put together, which equals sorcery. Same as our pharmaceutical drugs, not much different, just a mix of chemicals. Cannabis is not a mix of chemicals. Cannabis is a herb that comes from a seed, and it's a herb-bearing plant, and it's green. It's a green thing, and you know what? The Bible says that's good. And it don't really matter what everybody else says, because the Bible says it's good, and God didn't make a mistake with it. God didn't make this one plant and make a mistake with it. I mean, he didn't. We can argue it all day, but I just feel sorry for people who call themselves Christians and then don't even know the truth on that herb. They don't even know the truth, like Psalms, what is it, the 104th chapter of Psalms, 14th and 15th verse. Might want to check it out. It's somewhere right in there. It says, the herbs that God gave us is for the service of men. I mean, our service. We're supposed to use the herbs for service. Well, I think of all these sick people who are getting all these medicines and overdosing from man-made medicines, overdosing from all these chemotherapies, and it's literally burning up every organ in their body, and they never even get the opportunity to try the most potent medicine on the earth, which God made, the Lord made, Me personally, I feel so sorry for them people who never get to try it, because, I've took for granted for 11 years. I've took for granted every day for 11 years. And the abundance of blessing that God has allowed me to partake in. I've took for granted of it. And I've really come to realize that in the last 14 days, because I've been fasting from that blessing. And not really by choice, but it's sort of now. I've almost decided, maybe I need to fast from it, because my mind is 5,000 miles per hour now. I don't have what I've been using for a long time to slow it down, so I can calm down and collect my thoughts. So now I'm 5,000 miles per hour. So I don't know if I'm more dangerous this way or the other way. I'm making this video because I want people to realize that it's time that we realize how blessed we could be, but how damned we really are if we don't wake up. Because we ain't got much more time. We have no much more time. And we got a lot of people to talk to. People like the guy on the radio, he's been told the truth now. Whether he wants to keep living in a cave and living like a blind, deaf man, that's his choice. That's his choice. All we got to do is we got to preach it and teach people and tell them. If they don't want to listen, that's their choice. And it's their loss. So, anyways, I'm done with this video. It's 11:11. My time's running out on this video. My clock's out. I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful day. Any comments, questions? I appreciate it. Thank you. Peace.